Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's daily tarot love read. My name's Morty, and I'm very excited to have you guys here. Today's a beautiful Saturday, right? It's April 6th. The time is 2:10 p.m. Great day. Honestly, I'm getting off to a little bit of a slower start with these reads than I normally do. I worked late last night. I worked well into the wee hours of the morning. I mean the wee hours, like 3:30, 4 a.m. I was happy to do it because I was up and I felt like doing reads. So, anyways, no regrets at all. But I don't know, it's kind of strange. Not ever since not last night, but the night before when I kind of had my experience of emotional purging. I don't know. Ever since then, I've just felt a little bit different, right? When I use the word delirious, it kind of feels a little bit like delirious, but I'm not delirious. I'm very clear-headed. So it's not delirious like that, but it's kind of physically, it kind of feels like that kind of feeling. I'm just trying to really pinpoint it so I can describe it. It's comforting because I feel like I have this warm blanket of unconditional love around me. On that note, I also feel like that I've kind of been continuously receiving some downloads and such. And again, I don't know what all that's about. Well, I do, but I don't have all the details, right? I have a good general idea, and I want to thank so many of you for helping me to better understand what I'm going through and what I'm experiencing. I mean, truly, you guys are fantastic. I love the insights that you share, and I like knowing that many of you are going through similar experiences, or you have went through similar experiences. So you've been there and you've done that, right? So you kind of know exactly what I'm feeling. And it's just good to know that, that I'm not crazy. Kidding, I don't think I'm crazy. I'm feeling very solid, very clear-headed with my thinking, and I know what I feel. There's no denying that. And the only thing that I have to do is I have to kind of speculate what it is exactly that I'm feeling at the time. So today's Saturday, April 6th. Beautiful day outside. It's a little bit cloudy where I live. We have a little overcast going on today. I was hoping to go out and play golf, but I think it's going to be a little bit too cool outside. I did get out and play yesterday, which was great. I just play 9 holes typically when I play, and I shot. What did I shoot? I think I shot a 41. Right? So I'm not a pro by any means, but I'm kind of a weekend warrior. Usually I know the golf etiquette, I know the rules, so I can kind of hang with just about anybody and play. Can't always play at their level, but anyways, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. In fact, in today's read, I think at the end of the read, I'm going to post some pictures that I took last fall. And some of them will be from this spring. But the pictures of the flowers and such that I'm going to post, they're going to be from last fall. It's really beautiful down there. It just happened to catch me at the right time when I was walking out. I was just noticing all this beauty around me, so I just started snapping away. So hopefully you guys enjoy those. But this morning I went out and I sat on my deck. I took my cup of coffee out there and I took my little speaker with me, and I was listening to Neil Diamond, I Am, I Said. Just fully taking in and appreciating the morning. And since I was listening to Neil Diamond and I wanted a little bit more, but I wanted to switch it up, I turned it over to Jonathan Livingston Seagull. And I was listening to that soundtrack. And it was kind of magically amazing because they didn't suddenly all fly in, but every now and then I'd start to see birds that were flying in. Some of them were pigeons, right? But when I was listening to the song called Bee, of all things, the seagull comes flying in. And he wasn't flying. All the other birds were flying. This seagull, he was floating, right? He was just effortlessly gliding through the air. as he came by and flew between both of our buildings. I mean, it was kind of cool. I think any other time in life that could have happened and I would have been oblivious to it. But with my awareness the way it is now, I see things differently, and I see things with different meaning. I mean, it got me thinking when I was out there. Something I've been listening to and reading quite a bit about lately is, we're not human beings participating in a spiritual experience, but rather we're spiritual beings participating in a human experience. And honestly, that's what that experience for me was like this morning out on the deck. It was a spiritual being participating in a human experience. It's kind of like Mr. Bluebird, right? It was a very watered down version of that, of course. But yeah. Anyways, thought I would share with y'all. I hope all you guys are having an amazing weekend. I love the weekends. Hoping for a little better weather tomorrow. Maybe I can go golfing then. So yeah, tomorrow I'm either going to try to go golfing, or I may invite my kids to Top Golf, which is it's a big building, right? And it's kind of the size of a football field, well, several football fields, and they have different levels that they have restaurants there. So you have these ledges that you hit golf balls off of, right? And you hit golf balls into these targets that are down below on the ground. And so they have 3 different levels. You have ground level, level 2, and level 3. And I love to go up to level 3. You have to be 21 because that's what they serve alcohol up there. But I love being up on the 3rd level and hitting, because for me, and I learned it last year, it's kind of like it stimulates my imagination. Because I'm up there participating in this experience and I'm looking at it from an entirely different perspective, such a drastically different perspective from what I'm used to. And it really, I don't know, it means a lot to me. It's like I learned to cherish the experience. I cherish the difference in the experience. That's what it is, right? I like to feel, right? So I like to feel different levels of feelings. I don't know if that made sense. Okay, opening affirmation, taking us into today's tarot love reading. Beautiful affirmation. Prosperity, the number 3. You guys know how I feel about the number 3. Powerful number when it comes to manifestation. So powerful, I'm going to say this affirmation 3 times. As the tree grows strong, so fine, so may I prosper from the universal divine. As this tree grows so strong, so fine, so may I prosper from the universal divine. As this tree grows so strong, so fine, so may I prosper from the universal divine. Beautiful. Prosperity. So that's the affirmation taking us into today's tarot love read. Sounds like somebody could be stepping into some very prosperous times for themselves. Prosperity comes in all kinds of different shapes and sizes. I mean, if you think about it, abundance, right? You could almost define abundance as your ability to do exactly what it is you love to do, right? Because that's kind of your cornerstone of abundance. I hope everybody out there is doing what you love to do. If not, make it a point to go do it. Make it a point to go do it this weekend. In fact, that's the challenge. I'm casting it right now. I'm putting it out there to you guys. Right? Take the time this weekend and take yourself out of your comfort zone. All right? I'm going to do the same thing. I put the challenge out there for you guys. I put it out there for myself as well. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do too. So tonight, at this center building, if you look at the pictures that I've taken from my deck, there's a building out there with this kind of Far Eastern looking tower, architectural look to it. But it's a retail establishment. They serve like teas and different beverages and such. It's health and energy and spiritual related. So it's right up my alley. But they have they're doing this function tonight, having these people come in with these instruments and singing bowls, where they're gonna create these beautiful healing sounds for everybody, and they're gonna sing. So, I mean, honestly, it's a different kind of thing for me to go to, but I'm really intrigued with it, and it's right outside the way. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna head over there and who knows, maybe meet some people, participate in a new experience, and be able to take in those new energies. So that's what I'm planning on. Think about something that you want to do for yourself, and let it kind of take you outside of your comfort zone, right? So maybe you have to really put in some effort to make it happen for yourself, because when you do that, when you're in the moment, you'll have this deeper sense of appreciation for what you're truly experiencing, because you pulled yourself outside of your comfort zone to be there to create that experience for yourself. So I'm looking forward to reading about it in the comments. All kinds of fantastic experiences you guys are having. Okay, gonna have to shuffle one more time because I can't remember quite where I was at on shuffling. I don't think I split the deck yet, but I will now. I get talking and rambling, and my hands just kind of stay busy. They're not necessarily keeping track of the score. Okay, opening energy taking us into today's tarot love read. Limiting energy. We have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles represents the energy of feeling like you could be left out in the cold, right? It's kind of having that, recognizing that energy and having that, well, I'd say fear within you. Interesting. So this is the energy taking us into today's tarot read. I'm really curious to see where it's incorporated into it. Okay, we've got a few cards and they came out quick. We have the Temperance card. It's a card of Sagittarius. So some of you may be a Sagittarius or seeking a relationship with a Sagittarius. The energy in this card, this is the universe letting you know that divine timing is at play. I mean, if you think about it, this is a very sophisticated system, right, that we are all participating in. Trust universal divine timing, right? This is a time to just kind of step back and allow the universe to do its thing. Okay, we now have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords, it's a good energy. It represents the energy of turning around, walking away from one thing and walking towards something different for yourself. She's been in battle and she's chosen to lay down her swords and to walk the other direction. She's walking towards something new for herself. She's walking towards the birds. She's walking towards the skies, parting, opening up. Sunshine and brightness beginning to pierce through. Maybe walking towards brighter days. Okay, we now have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands would be a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If so, it'd be a younger energy. It doesn't have to be. Pages are messengers, so this is news, right? News that would be coming to you. Possibly coming to you by way of a fire sign. It's a creative message, right? It could be email, text, phone call. Coming in next to the Page of Wands, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, this is a good energy. This represents the energy of perfecting what it is you do, specifically as it pertains to maybe your work, your livelihood, your career. It's becoming a master of your skills, mastering your skills, really getting focused, determined, right? It's kind of like what I'm feeling is, in many ways, this is perfecting your art, right? Your art is whatever you do. For some of you, it is art. It's your art. Okay, coming in next to the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Chariot card, which is the card of Cancer. So some of you could be in a relationship with a Cancer, or you may be a Cancer. The energy in this card, this represents, if you look at the card, the Chariot's being pulled by a white horse and a black horse. They represent the different dualities, the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine. They're kind of two opposing dichotomies that many times want to run in opposite directions. But here in this card, right, looks like they're running together. The charioteer seems pretty confident at the helm as she holds the chariot with one arm. It's like she knows where she's going. She's guided by eagles, so she knows her direction. So this represents the energy of change, right? Change that's coming in for somebody. I don't know. I mean, what I'm feeling right here is, I feel like this is also connected to the Temperance card, right? The card of universal timing. For many of you, I think that this change that's coming in, maybe you can feel it, right? Maybe you can feel it coming. And this isn't about controlling and taking over and, like, you know, this is about sitting back and just allowing the change to come in and the process to happen. It's like you've already worked, you've already manifested to bring this change into your life. So you don't have to work and manifest anymore, it's coming. Now it's just on universal time. Okay, it's beautiful. So coming in underneath the Temperance card, we have the Sun card, which is the card of Leo. So some of you could be in a relationship with Leo, or you may be a Leo. This is a beautiful energy. This is one of my favorite energies in the whole set. This and the Magician, you know. I like the World too. This is living life with childlike enthusiasm. That's the best way that I can describe this energy, right? It's to feel like a kid as an adult. And it doesn't make you reckless. It doesn't make you careless and irresponsible. That's not where I'm going with this. This is moving through life without fear, without reservation, without a flippant apology. It's the chance to be yourself, right? To be true to yourself, be your authentic self, and be happy about it, and be comfortable. This is letting your light so shine. Figure in the card, she holds her child up against her chest. She has her white horse behind her. She has the warmth of the sun to keep her and her child warm. She's in a garden of sunflowers. She's in a blissful setting. It's a blissful energy. It's an energy that I can identify with, right? Because, I mean, yeah, I'm 50, and it's kind of funny because the realization of that, it hit me again this morning as I was sitting out on the patio. I was looking at the Jonathan Livingston Seagull album, and I saw that it came out in 1973, and I thought to myself, well, my hell, in a few years, this is going to be 50 years old. And I thought, well, hey, Doas, that's how old you are. Anyways, it was kind of funny. Okay, we now have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is coming in under the Six of Swords. Interesting. So we have two sixes, one above and below each other. So I feel like in some cases, right, this can represent definitely soulmates, possibly twin flame kind of energies, right, coming together. Six of Cups is a great energy. This represents the energy of looking back on memories of the past. These are all full cups in the water, so they're good memories, right? She's looking back on secure, stable times of happiness and bliss. It's very comfortable for her. Part of her feels like she wants to stay, but there's another part of her that kind of beckons her to move on and leave. Okay, coming in under the Page of Wands, we have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles represents the energy of hanging on to something in life too tightly. You know, it's kind of interesting. I've been doing a little bit of reading on this subject too. When we must have something in our life, we give up our control to it. It takes our power. And ironically, when we can allow ourselves to begin to release whatever it is we think we must have, to truly release ourselves from it, it's then that many times this is when this shows up in our life. There's like this infinite, eternal lesson that's there for all of us, right? So this is at the center of the read, right? So this is an important energy in today's tarot read. This represents letting go. Letting go of those things that matter too much to us, right? That we just feel like we have to have. Remember, our thoughts, right? All they do is expand. So if our focus is on what it is that we don't have in our life, that expands, right? Rather, if we focus on what we do have in our life, right? And we can live life with gratitude, that expands. See the drastic differences between the two. And that kind of understanding appears to be coming in by way of the message, right? The news at the center of the read. We now have the Emperor, which is the card of Aries. I've seen a lot of major arcanas in today's tarot read. Major arcanas are, well, some of them are specific zodiac-related energies. Others are universal energies, like temperance, or not temperance, but they're all zodiac energies, but they're major arcanas. So the card of Aries, this represents, it's coming in under the Eight of Pentacles. It's knowing your value, right? It's knowing your worth. It's knowing that you can be trusted. The Emperor knows that others are counting on him to show up, that he's been entrusted by them. He takes that responsibility seriously. He holds the world that he reigns in the palm of his hand. He wears the horn of the ram for power and strength. He's guided by birds, eagles, giving him direction. He stands sure-footed on this mountain, right? So this is an energy that you can trust. Again, that's coming in under the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, coming in underneath the Chariot, we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords would be air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Swords, so it's a mental energy, right? This knight, like all knights, is an energy you can count on showing up. he makes kind of an entrance when he comes in. He flies in on a white horse. What does he bring? He brings truth, right? Truth and understanding to you. It's coming in under the chariot, right? So I kind of feel like, right, for some of you out there, this truth and this understanding, it is on its way. It's coming into you. Just be patient, right? Just allow. Everything happens in universal timing. Don't force things. Don't commit yourself to needing to have something, right? To where it must happen. Because if it must happen, then I've obviously given my power away. Because what if it doesn't happen, right? It was a must. What do I do now? And I want you guys to know, these reads, you know, I'm sharing them with all of you, and we all relate to them, and I relate to them in my own way too. So when I'm snickering and chuckling here and that, I'm not snickering and chuckling at you. Many times I'm snickering and chuckling at myself. I'm kind of snickering and chuckling for all of us. Because you have to look at everything lighthearted. You really do. Or at least I feel like I do. Because the times in my life that I've struggled the most are those times when I was taking myself and life so flipping serious. Just such heavy energy, just even thinking about it. So I try not to do that these days as much as I can. But you know what? I'm human. I have my moments. I mean, just the other day I was driving over to a friend's house, and guy was backing his camper trailer, a big huge like 30-foot trailer, right into this real narrow street. So he blocked off the road, and I was fine with that. No big deal. I could be as patient as the day is long. But as soon as he kind of got it far enough back to where I could like go around him, I started to go around him. He lays on his horn, you know, and I have my window down. I respond. It was just on autopilot. I respond back with your typical, you know, gesture of drivel. And it was just, I had to catch myself in it, because I thought, you know, I really don't mean that. But I was like on autopilot. It's like I just, boom, reverted back to like old behavior. So it was interesting. I can look at it now and kind of laugh. And then even this morning, right, I like to have this music playing in the background, and my little tablet that I use, giving me all kinds of problems, right? And I just kind of watched my energy change as I dealt with this little frustration. It was interesting. It was very enlightening. Okay. Energy taking us out of today's tarot read. Tarot love read. It's the 10 of Cups. So we do have a relationship here, right? This is all about two people coming together. Coming together in union. For many of you, you're experienced energies. You've been in relationships before, maybe even marriages before. It's the 10 of Cups, right? So we're talking about maybe merging families together. For some of you, it could be starting a family together. I'm just taking a minute to kind of look at this card and just feel the energies that are here. This represents, it's an unquestioned love, right, between two people. They both know it and feel it within themselves. I don't even think you're even together yet in the 3D. I don't. Many of you. But you can feel one another's energy. But just remember, right? It's not something that we feel we must have. Release ourselves from that. Just allow. Allow it. Allow the universe to bring it into you, right? Live your life accordingly. Live your life in a way that puts you in a position, your energy in a way to to have this love come into your life when it is ready for it. But let the universe bring it into you on universal timing. It's not up to us to try to force this to happen. Okay. All right, I think I have this tarot love read done now. I need to take a drink of coffee real quick. I need to take just a moment. I need to look at the cards. I need to see where they are in terms of relationship with each other, and I need to see and feel what it is they're trying to share with me by way of message. And then I can share the whole read with you. So hang on just a few moments. Just enjoy the soothing sounds of the background music for a moment here. It's a perfect time to meditate. That's why I keep it going. That's why I don't hit stop and just start up again after I'm done, because I like to bring you guys along for the whole journey. We're trying to create a beautiful experience here, right? Okay, so I think I'm getting it here. So the opening affirmation taking us into today's tarot love reading is prosperity, right? So define prosperity. Prosperity of finances, security, stability, love, friendships, right? Prosperity in all things. It's resonating out there ahead of you, right? And you've been waiting for this to come in, and it's, for some of you, it's caused you to question, right? Because it's like, when in the hell is it ever going to arrive? You have this energy of like, am I going to be left out in the cold, right? Maybe you feel like you're left out in the cold right now, right? But you gotta allow this energy to pass. You need to be patient, to step back and allow the universe to work its magic. And the universe is very magical. Tarot read is telling me that it's magical. It's telling me, it's letting us know that universal timing is absolutely at stake here. This universal timing that's bringing into you this energy of the Sun card, which is childlike enthusiasm. It's a chance to be a kid again. It just liberates you, makes you feel free, makes you feel like a kid again. All happening in universal timing. So for many of us, many of you, us, we had to walk away from something in our past, right? We talk about the lessons that we've learned, not repeating behaviors and repeating those lessons. So we had to understand and see what patterns and behaviors we've been repeating, right? And we had to address those. Where are we walking towards? We're walking towards brighter skies, right? Happier days, more joyful experiences and times. It's lessons in the past, right? That why repeat them again? So it's kind of like when we walk away from something in the past, it's like it's just human nature to suddenly just expect and want whatever's to replace those energies right here, right now. It doesn't always work that way. But when we want it so bad, when we feel like we must have it, we give up our power to it. Right? So somebody's receiving a message, an understanding, a truth for yourself that you're giving away your power. I don't know, that song by Janis Joplin comes to mind again. You know, freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. Allow yourself to release yourself from the outcomes. Release yourself from any set, fixed outcome. Keep yourself open to what the universe brings into you. I mean, you've been manifesting it. Okay, what do we do in the meantime? We focus on our work. We focus on our art, right? Perfecting what it is we do. Becoming the best at it. What does it do for us, right? It helps us to obtain our power. To be able to reconnect with our sense of individual identity. Interesting. Recognizing your own value and your own worth, right? Just like the Emperor. This is an energy that serves you very well, right? Get focused on becoming master at your skills at what you do. And why? Why exactly? Because the Chariot is coming. Change is coming. Coming to you in universal timing. This change comes, it brings you truth. Truth that sets you free. Truth that helps you see the light and allows you to feel like a kid again. All happening in divine timing. What's it about? Where's it taking you? It's taking you to love. It's taking you to your soulmate. For some of you, it's taking you to your other half, your twin flame. It's beautiful. It's a great read today. Yeah, I really enjoyed this tarot love read today. I hope all of you guys did too. It's definitely pulled me right into it, right? I think our guides, right, really shared some great wisdom with us. I think there's some good insight here for all of us. Some good feedback for each of us to kind of chew on for a little while. Prosperity coming your way. Okay, guys, it's a beautiful Saturday. Make it a beautiful weekend. Take me up on my challenge and go out, take yourself out of your comfort zone and go do something for yourself today or tomorrow that you wouldn't do otherwise, right? Give yourself a chance to experience some new energies. Really put yourself out there. I think you'll be very happy that you did. Okay, guys, have a beautiful day. Thanks for letting me share.